Hi, good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you to Poem Praise 2, and I do thank you for tuning in, and peace and blessings be upon you and your family this afternoon. Now we are going to get right back into No Man Can Hinder Me. We're in chapter number 18, which is entitled In the Army Now, which goes as such. After the Japanese bombing of Pearl Harbor in 1941, the United States instituted the draft, in which all able-bodied men were required to sign up for possible induction into the armed services. Shortly after my graduation, I was classified 1A, which meant I would be among the first called to serve in the Army, Navy, Army Air Corps, as it was called at that time, or Marines. The Army was the only service that utilized black servicemen in positions other than heavy labor or kitchen duties. If you remember Dory Miller, who lost his life while manning a ship's machine guns and shooting down Japanese planes, left his duties in the mess hall to perform that heroic act. Rather than take my chances, I volunteered in the Army to take advantage of the specialty courses available. I was very interested in a signal course program that was administered at Philadelphia's Temple University. To be eligible, you had to be in the top 100 group of college graduates who could master a study of math and electronics for a new radar program. If you passed the entrance tests, wearing of the uniform was optional during the 6-week training period, and the classes were held at night so as to not interfere with the university day schedule. Temple was just a few blocks from my home, which was an additional advantage. The entrance test, was scheduled for 2 p.m., but the 98 white and 2 black soldiers, including myself, had to report to the Temple campus at 9 a.m. We spent the waiting time shooting the breeze, and finally, the discussion got around to the race issue in the United States. The consensus among the white soldiers was that black people had made great progress, considering they were running out in the jungle a scant 1,000 years ago. Glancing over at us, they marveled that some of the former savages had even graduated from college. The highest mark possible on the entrance test was 150. The white soldiers continued to make their condescending racial remarks as we awaited the testing results at 4:30 p.m. And embarrassed hush descended on the whites when it was announced that Charles Wright, the other African American, who later became a judge, scored 148 out of 150. And I scored 147 out of 150. None of the white anesthesia I'm going to spell that word. I might have said that incorrectly, y'all. It's Intell. IGENTSIA. Scored. Higher than 138 out of 150. Wright and I had the last laugh in the situation. But there was nothing funny. Let me repeat that. There was nothing funny about the humiliation suffered later by 4 of us in a Midwestern restaurant. That hurt has stayed with me for 3/4 of a century. This does complete chapter 18, which was entitled In the Army Now. So stay tuned to Poem Praise 2 for chapter 19, which is entitled The Prisoners Win. So until next time, I want you to be well, take care, and it be it thy will. I'll talk with you soon here on Poem Praise 2. So later, y'all.